checking of the user data. Validation is nothing but a users entering the details in your input elements, first name or last name or contact number, email ID, date of birth or something. That all the data we have to cross check. User entered the details properly or not. So verifying the details available in proper format or not. It is called as validation. Before submitting the data to server, compulsory should verify the data and verification successor. Then only we should hand over the data to server. So that is called as validation. We have some alternative pronunciations for this. Somebody is calling as form validation. Somebody is calling as client-side validations. And somebody is calling as JavaScript validation. Which is the right, sir? All correct, sir, but pronunciation like this. It's not alternative pronunciation. Who, where, what? That is the meaning here. Who, JavaScript, where, client, what, form. What is meaning of that, sir? We are validating the HTML forms data. We are validating the forms. Where, sir? In client side. No? Or you can also do reverse. JavaScript validating the data at the client side. We are using JavaScript to validate the data at the client machine. It's not alternative pronunciation. What you are validating? Forms. Where you are validating? In client system. Who is validating? JavaScript is going to validating your data. That is actual process. Pronunciation is like that. So, cross-checking of the data is called as validations. Cross-checking of the data is validate. Who is cross-checking, sir? Into JavaScript. What is cross-checking, sir? Into forms data. Where it is cross-checking, sir? Into client side. The validations, we have the two types, sir. Validations. One is implicit validations. Second one is explicit validation. Implicit validations, explicit validations. Two types of validations are ever. What is difference, sir? Implicit validations also called as auto validations. Implicit is called as manual validation. So here browser performing the validations, sir. You don't need to write the code. Browser performing the validations using attributes. HTML attributes. You know, now so many HTML attributes is restricting the users, preventing the data. Any idea? In HTML, we discussed that one. All attributes are restricting the users. All these attributes are allowing the to type certain type of data only. That all called as validations, implicit validation. All those are all called as implicit validation. Around we have 10 plus attributes like that, sir. Around we have 10 plus attributes like that. So in max length, in length, accept, read only, email ID, URL, etc. All these are comes under the validation zone. Because they're controlling the data, they are verifying the data. If you're not giving the data in the proper format or within the range, browser shows the error message. So without any extra coding operations, we can easily manage like. Next, what about the explicit validation, sir? These all validations of browser producing the error message. But a browser error messages are not comfortable to us, not user friendly. We want to produce our own error message to user. Then we are using explicit validation. Second one, implicit validations in some situations managing, but not all the situations. So, reminding all the cases, we have to develop with our own JavaScript of JavaScript. Write our own code, sir, if conditions for loops support. Write our own code. In the own coding, we can check the data. Data is perfectly available, then we are hand out the data to server. Otherwise, stop the data and show the error message to user. With just some JavaScript coding, we can manage our own. So implicit validations, explicit validations. Implicit validations with attributes with predefined error message. Explicit validations our own code with our own error message. Yes. First, I'll show one small example with implicit validations. But once again, so form tag compulsory, sir. Without form tag, implicit validation is impossible. Action equals to some test. Form tag is closed. Implicit validation are auto validations. Input to type equals to email ID. Input type equals to email ID. ID equals to EM. Name equals to EM. ID equals to EM. Name equals to EM. Finally, this is one of the implicit validation. Next, input to type equals to number. Min equals to 1. And max equals to 150. ID equals to something age and name equals to age. First one is email ID, second one is the age. Suppose you can take the placeholder, you can ask an email ID. And here also you can use the placeholder, enter age. Email ID is validation. Min is validation. Even max is also validation. Next one, input to type equals to input to type equal. If I take the URL, that is also validation. And that is also validation. Or I'll take one more thing. Text. One more thing is text. So what we are writing here, sir? Minimum length. Minimum length. I'm writing some 8. The data minimum length 8 compulsory. Maximum length is your user choice. User choice. Whatever it. What you are asking here, sir? Something data. Data email ID over image is also over. Just like as I'm asking full name, sir. ID equals to FNA. Dummy or layer validations really happening or not. Next, take the submit button. Type equal to submit. Heading in the submit button. All these validations are successor, then only it is handles the data to this program. Otherwise, it's showing the error message and staying on the same page. Now the validations are failure, it's staying on the same page, not moving to anywhere. Implicit validation here, the browser will respond to that. Enter email ID, submit, validate. If somebody is verifying background, are you typing email ID or not? Somebody is checking. Who is the somebody is a browser? How browser they checking sir with the support of attributes informant. The support of attributes informant. Okay, I'm typing some Shiva at the rate of gmail.com. Next, enter the age. 300 I given. Submit. Error. Value must be less than or equals to 50. Can I modify this data set message? No, sir. You define whether we can't modify. But this message is not clear, sir. We want to display age should be less than or equals to 150. Then only write your own validation. So this I'm taking some, no problem. Next here I'm going to typing something data. Please lengthen this text to 8 characters or more. You are currently typed 4 characters only. The minimum length 8 characters we did here, that is it. So below 8 compulsory this message is gonna browser verifying our data during the submission. The verification successor, then only it handles the data to next level program. Verifications or validations are failure. It is showing the error message and staying on the same screen only. Staying on same screen only. Like that, around 10 to 15 attributes available, sir. These all attributes are helping to validate the data. All these value attributes are helping to cross-check the data. Or all these attributes are helping to restrict the users to type something only. Any way we can pronounce it. Now I'm showing one explicit validation also. See that our own logic. Our own logic. What is that, sir? You remember input to type equals to file uploading operation. If I want to restrict the users to allow only certain type of files, sir, you can write accept .pdf. It is also validation. Allowing the users to select only PDF or restricting the users to select only PDF files. Remember anybody? Okay, leave it. Accept we can filter it. At the same time, I want to control the file size also. That I said already in HTML. If you want to control the size of the file, or if you want to control the number of the files, we should write JavaScript code compulsory. Words I use in that day. And now I'm going to show you how to write that code. So users are uploading the files. File uploading size I want to control 1 MB only or 1 KB only. In restriction your choice, how much restriction you want to set, that is your input. I'm allowing the users to upload any type of size, no objections. Any type of size, okay. F. ID is F because object required, so ID is F. Run this program. Choose the file. You can choose any file. You can choose any size of the file also. But I want to apply the size of the file, validating the file or verifying the file. What is the event, sir? Write on change event on this file. Why, sir? whenever the file selection changed, whenever file selection is changed, document dot query selector followed by hash f dot on change. Why on change only, sir? Whenever you change the file, every time I want to run the code. Whenever you change the file, every time I want to run the code. So then only on change. Take the functional expression. Functional expression. Functional expression. You can take the argument here. What is the parameter surrender? Your object is sending as a parameter that is called as file. Parameter. Anonymous functions parameters common thing. This predefined method sending your current object as a parameter here that I'm utilizing in the pro. Every callback to they're sending parameters, sir. Whenever we need, we are using that one. Otherwise, we are leaving that one. You remember that? So now this program, I need the parameter. What is the parameter, sir? My file object. My file object. All callbacks compulsory, they are sending the data. But some examples we are utilizing, some examples we are not utilizing. It depends upon our law. Now I need, so I'm utilizing my file object. Who is sending, sir? This method is sending the data parameter. Okay, now I'm writing the if condition. Not of what is this file, sir? How many files you selected? That all files returns as a one array. Collection object or array. In that one, 0th file of the file size is greater than write your size. Is greater than write your size. How much size you want to allow? That much your size. How much size, sir? Suppose I want to allow 5 KB size. 5 KB, 5 kilobytes. 5 kilobytes center, how much space? 1000. 1 kilobyte equals to 1020 multiplied with 5. So 5120 bytes, sir. 5120 bytes. That is 5 KB. 5 KB, small size. 5120 bytes. Can I write the kilobytes as sir? No, 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 no. It's compulsory in the format of bytes. Bytes only allowed. Even I need 1 KB also, that you have to convert into bytes. You have to convert into bytes compulsory. Any measurement must be in bytes. Time of milliseconds only accepting as that is the this is equals to 5 KB. So file size should not exceed the 5 KB. By chance, the size of the file should exceed the 5 KB, sir. Show the error message to user. And it. So file is too big. Too big. After showing the error message, a selected file, already user selected the file. Selection of it, this logic is executed, right? Selected file, delete it. The text boxes data deleting as a couple of programs. Like that, selected file remove. This dot value equals to empty. This is the file size checking, sir, validation. So go and check it, it's working or not. Use the file. Select any type of the file, your choice. I'm selecting some T1. Allowed. Maybe it's a less than 5 kilobytes. Select any other file. What will get the error here? File size is too big. The file name cleared. How it is cleared, sir? And this is the last Why that file is giving the errors currently? You can see the original file size of the 4 MB size file. Size file is 4 MB, so that is only disabled. And these ones are 11 MB, so it is also error. You can select some images. 5 KB and actually very less size, sir. 72 KB error because the size is the problem, and that's all. The size not matter. Code is working or not, check it. Whenever you change the file name, whenever you change the file selection, it is identifying the what is the size of your selected file. If the size of the file is greater than 5 KB, show the error message and remove the file name from the HTML page. This is explicit validation. How to check the sizes of the file while uploading of the KYC forms, while uploading of the resumes. This type of logic running in the back. Validation. This is called as validation. Next, I'm going to showing one more validation. See that one? Implicit validation. And also explicit validation with the JavaScript. What is that, sir? Actually, this object I have to use here, sir. But suddenly my idea changed. Dot files dot size is there like that. So file dot. This is the place. But after starting of the program, I changed the mindset. So if you want to use that parameter in this place, write the parameter like file object dot size, file object dot value equals. Instead of our own parameter, I used the current working object dot files dot. One more validation I'm going to show inside here. This validation with something special. Validation something special. In some of the websites, mouse right click not work. Any idea? And websites data copying also not allowed. Mouse clicking not allowed. Data copying also not allowed. Live example, one application design the CSS project IBOM application. IBOM and live exam. Yes. Banking websites, IBOM. Data copying not allowed. Data pasting not allowed. Right click not allowed. How that? With the logic we can control. We can logic. That also I'm going to showing here. I'm taking one small paragraph. Validation. It's also validation. A small paragraph here and one text box. Run this program. Select this data. Control C. Paste into text box. Control V. Allowing the copy pasting. Select this data. Control X. Cut. Copy. Mouse right click. Copy allowed. Pasting allowed. Cut allowed. And mouse right click is also allowed. Right? Mouse right click is also allowed. Now what we want to do, sir? We want to stop all these operations. We want to stop all these operations. Possible as sir. Write the coding, JavaScript coding with validation. Actually, it's a validation, sir, but we should call as a validations only, explicit validation. But we can call as a restriction. Now we are restricting the users with the validations log. Without doing some works in our web page, we are restricting the users. It is also part of validation. But now the small doubt for me, you want to restrict the users. You want to restrict the users. The whole page or only in paragraph or only in text box only. We want to restrict that all activities, the total page or only one particular tag. total page, right? Only particular tag is no use, guys, sir. With a single tag, it's not used. Total page, it's useful for us. But also, why do we develop? We got the clarity here. So whole page. Whole page means what, sir? Into window object. Total browser window, I don't want. Window dot add event listener. Remember, I syntax, the second syntax of the event handling, DOM event handling. Mostly I'm using the first approach, the second approach. Friday class we discussed that one. What is the event name, sir? On copy. We have to write some anonymous function here. Anonymous function. What's outline I'm showing? See that. Why window objects are in a total browser window? I want to stop. Keyboard shortcuts not working. Menus not working. Mouse right clicks not working. Sometimes your menu bar lo copy paste options available there. These also not working when you write on window. Total 4 events we have to write. 4 events. One copy, one cut to, one paste to, one mouse right. So window dot add event listener followed by on copy, on paste, on cut, and mouse right click on context menu. This is outline, sir, to observe. If user trying to copy, run the event. User trying to paste, run the event. User trying to cut, run the event. User mouse right click. Context menu means mouse right. Context menu means mouse right click. User right clicking the mouse, run the event. If any of this event is triggered, we have to execute some anonymous function, right? So total 4 anonymous functions, right? 4 anonymous functions, right? I'll explain that one way. It is right, on copy, on cut to, on context menu, right? Anything wrong is there? On. Okay, good. So do not use the on. You should not use the on. Second syntax here, the on not allowed, as per our earlier discussion. Same, sir. Use the same on mouse drag or on mouse drop. All this event available, that one event is oriented the same way, another event you can follow it here. So copy paste operation. Next is anonymous function. So how many anonymous functions I have to write, sir? 4 anonymous functions we have to write. 4 anonymous functions. 4 anonymous function inside logic same available or different available? Anybody can guess? I have to write the 4 callbacks. So 4 callbacks inside. Generally, we are expecting same logic or different logic. Different logic, wrong answer, sir. Same logic. Yes, same logic right now. Reason, if any event is performing by the user, our intention is stop that one. User perform the any operations, we want to stop that operation. So logic should be same, right? But instead of writing 4 anonymous functions, so 4 types of that logic, you can go for the named function. It's a better. If you develop the named function, a named function you can call from here. Stop operation. My own function is my own function. Stop operation, stop operation, stop operation, stop operation. Better or not? Next, I'm taking parameters. Sir. Last example not utilized together. This example 100% I'm utilizing. So window object dot. One of the DOM method I'm introducing first time, prevent to default. One of the DOM method first time I'm using prevent to default. Previously you are not used it, sir. Situation not demanded, sir. Now I'm using. DOM method. This is DOM. This is DOM. But concept validation, sir. Of course, heading changes, but internal running concept is DOM only. Prevent default. What is the meaning, sir? Prevent in the sense stop. Prevent in the sense stop it. What the default reactions of the browser. Okay, new event handling is nothing but a Newton's third law. I hope you remember that. A lot of times I said that one. Every action opposite to reaction. That is the event handling now. When you click the button, button responding. When you check the box, button responding. When you change the color, color responding. Every action there is equivalence to opposite reaction. But when you write this one, every action, no reactions. Newton's third law, sir. This is Newton's third law breaking. Every action, there is no reaction. That is this one. A browser, you don't react it. Browser trying to do some work, but browser, you don't respond, you don't react. Don't feel general example I'm explaining. General example. When I asked the question, some students are responding, some students not responding. Right? You know very well that one. A lot of times I said in the last word, they're never going to respond. The reason we don't know that one, that is this. Are asking any points, are asking any question, no response. Well, implicitly. So there is no Newton's third law in that one. One of your friends belongs to this category. There are two types. Some students responding, some students not. A reason whatever in personal problems and those personal problems. Some students even answer knows also they are not responding. Now this is a variety category. They knows the answer, but they didn't not answering, not interested in it. And that is this form. The browser not responding for any event. That is this method. Prevent default. The browser don't react and don't respond to event. That's all, sir. When you are copying, browser not allowing the copying. When you are pasting, browser not allowing the pasting. When you are cut the data, browser not allowing the cutting the data. When you are mouse right click it, browser not allowing to mouse right. Meaning is that the program executing perfectly, you can see that. Select the data, put two words and copy, select it. Control C. I use it to Control C, but background it doesn't work. Get back to function, Control V. I'm using Control V. We can type something here. Select this data. Control X, Control X, Control X, Control X. No, mouse right click sir. Not working. See that one. I'm clicking continuously. I'm clicking. No working. So browser silently sitting sir. When you're doing that four works without responding, it's just watching your face. Just watching your face. Without doing anything. Parameter, sir. No idea, na? Parameter. Function or function inside what are the things you are writing, that is parameter. Last example also file line I used here, sir. So one more small line I'm adding, sir, here. Reason, if browser not allowing, you can understand that one. But some of the users are who are watching the screen, maybe some of students also, they're getting some confusion. They're working on ATA, they are seeing that. Now the problems avoiding, you go for the elect. Elect inside, write the small message. Small message. What is the message, sir? This operation not allowed. This operation not allowed. Small message here. Simple message. Now right click, you'll get the message. So see this. Type the data, select the data, Control X, operation not allowed. Copy the data, Control C, operation not allowed. In four operations, if you perform any operation, we get the same message on. Get the same message on. To clear this operation, which operation you want to stop like that, write that event set. Copy, paste, selection, drag and drop your interest. And try to add a small thing here. It is showing the operation not allowed. No? Which operation I'm trying to include? Working out, okay. Um, I'm trying. It's working or not, no idea. Okay, the more clarity coming to user. We'll get the more clarity to user. The which operation not allowing clarity not available previously. Now we'll get that also see that. Right? Context menu operation not allowed. Select the data, copy it, copy operation. Operation name printing observed. Copy operation not allowed. Select the data, control X, cut operation not allowed. Cut operation not allowed. So which operation we stopped, operation name also we are displaying for more clarity to user. And these all are the validations, yes, sir. Different types of validations. So now validations, so another flavor I'm going to explain. All these validations we perform with our own logics, right? Now I'm going to introducing regular expressions. Regular. Just a minute. Okay. Regular expressions. What is the use of these regular expressions? String comparisons purpose we are using this. String comparison purpose we are using these. The string comparisons we are all performing to validating the data. Regular expressions with validations I'm going to show you in one concept. Why validation, sir? Sir, we have to check in the some more data, sir. I want to check the user full name. I want to check the password. I want to check the contact number. Check the contact number. How to check the different data. For the different data checking, we should write some logics also. But instead of writing our own logics, if you use the regular expressions, your logic becomes as easier. Logic is becomes as easier. Suppose password checking available. Password should have one lower letter, one upper letter, one digit, one special character, 8 characters compulsory. This, if you want to check with your own coding, sir, around 20 lines of code is required. For loops, so if conditions, so variables. So if you go for with regular expressions, sir, 5 to 6 lines, we can complete the check. Maximum 5 to 6 lines. So we are validating the data with the support of regular expressions. Last two programs, no regular expressions. Our own logics, our own implementations. And here I'm going to introducing the regular expression. Well, first, what is regular expression? We don't know whether. So small theory about that one. See, little bit of theory about that one. I think Python candidates you know on very well regular expression. Regular expressions, shortcut REGXP. Regular expression, shortcut REGXP. What is regular expression, sir? Regular expression is a data pattern. Regular expressions are nothing but an data patterns. You can also write as a criterias. Patterns. Design patterns like this pattern. For what purpose, sir? To match the character combinations in the string. Match the character combinations in the string. Regular expressions are used to prepare the data criteria to cross-check with the strings or to compare the strings. To cross-check with strings or to compare the strings. And how to create these regular expressions, sir? By using either constructor syntax or by using either literal syntax. By using either constructor syntax or by using either literal syntax. By using any of this syntax, we can create the object for regular expression. In that object, you have to initialize your expected criteria. Which combinations of data you are expecting. I need this combination of data, or I want this type of series of data. Combinations we have to write, sir. That combinations is called as pattern. It's nothing but then criteria also. In interviews, eligibility criteria available. Like that, we are writing some conditions, multiple conditions. All conditions satisfied students, they can attend the interview. What is the criteria, sir? Should be passed out 2024. Aggregation should be 60 above. Huh? We take CSC only. That is all our individual criteria. That all individual criteria we are combining, then it becomes as a one pattern. So data also we are writing like that. And I need small alphabet. I need capital alphabet. I need one special character. The small pieces conditions we are joining and become as a big condition. That is criteria. My expected data criteria. Which data satisfied the criteria? The data I'm allowing to send. Otherwise, I'm throwing off. This syntax is a regular expression objects creation syntax. Something reference variable equals to new constructor. Constructor syntax, I hope you know that one. And this is the literal syntax. Constructor syntax, and this is the literal syntax. Any of that one is okay. But how to prepare the pattern, sir? We have some special symbols for that one, sir. By using the symbols, we have to prepare. Now some symbols here like this. By using these symbols, we can prepare that. There is a name of these symbols, sir. All these symbols are called as the wildcard characters. All the symbols are called as the wildcard characters. Inside the slashes, there are double slash available. A slash is inside. What are the symbols we can use? Symbol, what is the meaning? Some list I given here. We can write directly slash is inside English word we can write. What is the meaning, sir? System checking user data contains this word or not. System searching user name contains this word or not. Username Rama not checking. Username contains the Ramana not a checking. The Rama Rao, Ramakrishna, Rama Rama, Ramana Reddy is all okay because inside that all the names Rama is there. Other names available or not, I don't want. Rama should be present. Rama available, some other names also available, sir. No problem. That is criteria's meaning. No, sir, username compulsory Rama only, sir. To go for if conditions. On a regular decision making available, we just go for the regular decision making. While checking off this Rama, including the case it is checking. Including case it is checking. I don't want to check the case, sir. Then go for I. I for ignore case. Ignore. It is checking the Rama without any case. Checking the Rama without any case. What is the G, sir? G for global, sir. It's a default. G for global, it's a default by default. So what is meaning? Say, now I said, no, I'm checking the Rama. Rama individually separately available or in the part of the any other word, it's accepting, no problem. Ramana inside Ram is there, accepting, no problem. Or Ram separately available, accepting. Ram available in the middle of the some other word, accepting. Ram available at the end of the some other word, accepting, no problem. Allowed. No, sir, I want to check Ram is available independently only, sir, not the part of the other words. Then you can use the slash double. That should be the separate word. That should be the separate word. Taking Ram only, but should be present in the separately, not in the combination of other words. Next, angle brackets. One more symbol. Purposes are to write the multiple criteria. So this is only one criteria. I want to check like this number of conditions, sir. Right inside the angle brackets. Pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3, pattern 4, pattern 5. How many patterns I can write, sir? Your interest, your energy. Minimum one pattern, maximum any number of patterns we can. Or minimum one criteria, maximum any number of criteria we can. When I write the three patterns like this, all three should be true, na, sir. No, that will not occur. Clearly mentioned are. So three criteria I mentioned. If you match any of this one criteria, your data is okay. We match at least one criteria, R operator, R operator. All three criteria matching a super, but I am expecting minimum one criteria. Minimum one criteria matching, sir, remaining all also true because of its R operator. First one true, second one false, but final answer is true. This is how many patterns or how many criteria you want to write it here. That is your interest. Next, hyphen symbol. Use it to specify the range. Hyphen symbol use it to specify the range. The A to F means your data should contain A to F alphabets. Your data should contain A to F alphabets. You can write hyphen 0 to 6. Your data should contain the 0 to 6. You can write like this also, capital A to capital D. Your data should contain the capital A to D. When you want to write the range specification, then we are using the hyphen. By chance, if I write the AF without hyphen, sir, your data should contain the A and F alphabets, only two alphabets, not A, B, C, D, only A and F. So hyphen without hyphen meaning is different. This one, sir, A, B, C, D, E, F, almost 6 and good. A, B, C, D, E, F. So 6 characters. Without hyphen, that meaning is 2 characters only. Next is slash D. It represents digits only. Your data should contain only digits. Your data should contain only digits. Slash S symbol comes space. That is representing the symbol and also representing the space. The data should contain one symbol. Symbols are your interest. You want to so many symbols available. In that symbols, any symbol, okay. Or your data should contain one space also. So with these combinations, we have to use. Okay, sir, that data, this data, okay. What is the length of the data, sir? Star. In this criteria, if you mention the star here, the data length, no limit. Minimum 0 characters, so maximum n number of characters. Data may have the 0 characters minimum and data may have the maximum n number of characters. No limit indirect. No, sir, I want to set the limit compulsory, sir. Within the curly brackets, write your count. Like, what is the meaning of this, sir? Data compulsory 10 characters. Not less than 10, not greater than 10. I guess mobile number. Below 10 not allowed, above 10 is also not allowed. 10 characters compulsory. Actually 10 characters. If I write like this, minimum and maximum range specification 5 comma 10. Minimum number of characters is 5, maximum number of characters is 10. Minimum number of characters is 5, maximum number of characters is 10. Range specification, length range specification. Like as మన passwords available కదా, minimum 8 characters, so maximum 16 characters, so 20 characters, so like that range we can say. Like that range we can say. Range specification. Next, here I given the multiple criterias with R operator. But sir, I want to do these multiple criterias with the AND operation. Possible, sir. You have one more syntax here, sir. When you want to perform with AND operations with multiple criteria, parenthesis question mark dot equals to, here we can write your criteria. Pattern you can write. Pattern 1, symbols fixed, sir, are my personal predefined. Pattern 2, pattern 3, like this one both same. Three patterns. But this is works and R operator, this works with AND operator. First pattern, second pattern, third. Three criteria are matching, then only data success. In these three, if any one is false, suppose, then finally is also false. So pattern 1 should be true, say pattern 2 should be true, pattern 3 should be true. Multiple patterns. It is also multiple patterns, but AND operation. Multiple patterns with AND operation. And this is multiple patterns with R operation. Parenthesis question mark equals to dot. It's used to perform the AND operations. And which pattern you want to write the pattern here. Combination of these symbols. Every pattern you can write separate criteria. Every pattern you can set the separate size also. So we should use the combinations of these, and I will prepare the pattern here. Would be the final syntax. When you're preparing the regular expressions, slash literal. Recently curly brackets available. Object literal like that. The XR operator $, XR operator represents my criteria started. Dollar represents my criteria X. This is my object representation, regular expression object representation. Object inside, this is my criteria starting, this is my criteria X. Between these, you have to write your criteria for how many, which one, purely your choice. To create the object like this. Syntaxic and more neatly derived. Once object created, my pattern initialized also one of the syntax. Next, we have to check it. Next, we have to check it. My data, this pattern. My data, this pattern. Both are matching or not, we have to cross check. Both are matching or not, we have to cross check. For that, we have the predefined method, test method. Predefined method is a test method, testing method. Testing is not dummy method, testing method, testing method. This method used taking your regular expression criteria, user given data tallying or not. The really user given data matching this criteria, it is the true. User data not matching this criteria, it is the false. Based on the true and false, so remaining operations we have to decide. Remaining operation we have to decide based on the true and false. Test is a predefined method of the regular expression. It is used for testing of the data. So users given data is matching or following your criterion and not, right? Checking. Matching or returns the true, otherwise matching false. Sample example I'll show, see that we'll get the clarity. input to text on click equals to check name, check the name, and placeholder equals to ID equals to username, placeholder equals to enter username. So take one button here, on click equals to check name, my own function, heading also check name. So what is this one, sir? User entering some name in the text. User entering some name in the text. They are giving some name here. That name is matching to my expected name or not. I have to check. The user given name matching to my required name or not. I have to check. So for that, I'm writing the regular expression. So function check name. No parameters required. So letter constant to use something. Letter constant. I'll go for the shortcuts, sir. Document dot query select and a long process. So I'll just go for the shortcut. So first create the regular expression object. REG. Regular expression object equals to new REG exp of Shiva. I created one regular expression with a criteria Shiva. Second syntax is that REG equals to Shiva. With two syntaxes what I explained. You should follow any of that one as per your interest. Both okay, constructor syntax and literal syntax. Constructor syntax and literal syntax. Criteria ready, sir. My data criteria ready. So now user details matching with my criteria or not, check. User details matching with my criteria or not, check it. So reg.test of una.value. I said already, I'm following the shortcuts. Actually, I think in this place, we should write the document.query selector of username. But I'll follow the shortcuts. Initial JavaScript is what we did. That's all. It's substituting your username, sir. Here already criteria. Now testing method, checking your name criteria, both matching or not. The result I'm displaying in the alert. So now alert is going to displaying either true or false. Data matching a true, data not matching a false. Clear how to write the regular expression? First create the object, initialize with your expected data combinations from the user. Then your expected combination, user given data, both tallying or not, the test method is going to test it. And it is the result either true or false. Check it. Check. What is the answer? True. Answer is true. Next, Ram. Check. Answer is false. Perfectly working. True and false. Now, check the name capital Shiva. Answer is false. Case sensitive, sir. Data is always case sensitive. Answer is false. But I want to accept these capital letters also, sir. What is the symbol we have to use? What is the symbol we have to use? Ignore case. Use here I. Small I, not capital I. And here also use small I. I for ignore case. I for ignore case. Won't check it. Now use the small Shiva. Check. Use the capital Shiva. Check. Right. Now use the part of the date Shiva Ram. My name not available separately. It's a part of the another word. No problem. Checking. Only that I explained. Global checking. By default, it is a global check. The name separately available, part of the any other word. See that 1, 2, 3 Shiva. Checking okay. Huh? Otherwise, XYZ Shiva 1, 2, 3. Checking okay. Otherwise, this is checking not okay. Shiva is there, sir. Shiva available, but it's splitting there. SI in one place, VA in one place. Sikawa. This is Sikawa. False. But I want to check this also, sir. I want to accept this also, sir. Possible. Take the more conditions support, more operators support. Now, this also possible, right? The more criteria. If I available in same place or SI one place, VA one place, that also I want to accept it, sir. Take the more symbols support. Right now, I think we asked only Shiva only, not different places. That should be in the single word. That should be single word. The compulsory presence in the same. It's invalid. We write the more criteria, this also becomes as valid. We write the more criteria, it is also becomes as valid. These are regular expression, easiest way to compare the strings. String comparison is the simplest process. With same comparison, with your if conditions knowledge also you can do. String methods if conditions available, with that knowledge also you can do the same thing. But easily 6 to 7 lines of code. 6 to 7 lines of code. Here we just did with the our own logic is possible. It depends upon your coding skills. Long process. When you use the regular expressions, it becomes as a easy. Now what we are doing, sir, by using these regular expressions, full-fledged application form we are going to validate. Full name, password, email ID, contact number, all these we are going to validate in full-fledged. If all the data perfect, it is handovers the data to server. Otherwise, stops the data handovers. So first create one small registration form. With 4 5 fields. Enter full name, enter email ID, enter password, enter contact number, and submit. Verify that all the data perfectly. Submit to server. With the regular expression, previous process. Okay, sir. Today, the last program I'll show on that tomorrow. 9 o'clock students, 2 o'clock students, you can leave it, sir. Class over. 9 o'clock students, please take 2 minutes. 2 p.m. batch students, you can leave it. Tomorrow we'll continue as usually. Regular timings. Thank you all. 9 a.m. batch students, 2 minutes, sir. What I said yesterday, that once again repeating it. Maybe you forget it, I don't know. Done 2 p.m. You can leave the session, no problem. Session over. 9 a.m. students only, please stay. Reminding all students, you can leave. Here, no, sir. Some other faculties are going to handling Angular, not me. Okay, 9 a.m. candidates. So remember that yesterday, sir. One more session is there, sir. JavaScript. Last topic, last example, validation. Tomorrow it is going to finishing. So please try to adjust and come forward. Online or offline, your choice. Offline available, online also available. So as per your convenience, try to attend. Tomorrow, the JavaScript is going to finishing as per the syllabus what I given. Next to you are asking Bootstrap also whether day after tomorrow, Tuesday onwards, I'll continue the Bootstrap for you and 2 p.m. batch combinedly. 3 days Bootstrap, it takes the 3 days because it's an overview only. So coming 4 days, if you try to adjust are remaining components also. JavaScript is the tomorrow last. The Bootstrap interested candidates Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days. Bootstrap is going to complete. Bootstrap overview is starting day I said not now. Day one of the batch I said that one. Bootstrap overview we are discussing. Out available the recorded videos available. You can play that one. I said and after we get the clarity. Don't comment unnecessary. Start skip to the topics. Huh? So watch the video. First day one of the video. We have clear information in that. Because Bootstrap 2 days after we are getting boring. 2 p.m. tomorrow session, 2 p.m. Online or offline, anything we can attend. Online students, we can continue online. Offline students, we can continue offline at 2 p.m. This way to exist. Link I'll post into online if you want to attend it. I'll post the link tomorrow. Not possible. Tomorrow afternoon, I'll update the link details in your class. Clear? For 3-4 days, if you adjust it, that is going to finishing. More otherwise, I one more choice. Tomorrow, try to attend the batch. JavaScript is going to finish. Bootstrap, we can continue in future batches anytime. No PDF already uploaded in Google Class, sir. Please check it once properly. Your convenience, not my wish, Gada. Your convenience, sir. Bootstrap, we immediately don't need to finish it. Future batches, any batch also, you can attend that one. But JavaScript is the tomorrow attend. Balance program.